Here on Capitol Hill in Seattle, Washington, eventually the simulation made by Black Lives Matter, Antifa, the city council, and mayor and environmental activist governor Jay Inslee restrict a cry for help from a child someone puts in a cart and kidnaps now. And after the information gets shared amongst the Marxist comrades who wear black shirts and fly flags with 3 words written on the cloth fabric now, then adjustments are made. The minority, racist, disgusting capitalists who want an America with jobs and freedom and a business to buy groceries now are observed, heard, and strangers whisper in their ears now and speak so eloquently with what their computer gave them with their software. Jeff Bezos mailed them from his Blue Origin office where they protest and have a guillotine to cut a head off a body. They say now causes too many problems and disrupts the flow they read about from a scientist who taught them how their drugs, how their booze and cigarettes could make them want a toenail and calm and solitude, philosophizing instead of eating, those fruits and those vegetables rotting in the bins. They rip apart graffiti and burn with their flags they've inherited from a planet they scorched and soil their feces. And addictions fermented to hand out with their fentanyl and their heroin. And cheap liquor to avoid AA and their recovery cafe they fund proudly with donations from food banks and immigrants they say are slaves on North America. From what a man said in a White House, and his African American retired neurosurgeon, pediatric doctor says they got wrong when they murdered the chaplain and they killed the child who wasn't old enough to tell the bully and to tell the primitive, indigenous protester their gun and their knife, their spiked strips, in RV vans they park where children run, scream, and beg to be fed and have heat in their home. But nobody said to the thug gangster to stop. They smiled and they gestured, postured, and acknowledged his eyes and his lover's stolen shoes she took from North Face when they set the cop car on fire and they said John T. Williams and wood carving was what they were saving when they began to assault and kill and murder and destroy and steal all they could, all they wanted ever to have for stimulation and a reward for their behavior. A psychologist said at UW, watching a football game where athletes get concussions and those meth users look for an easy, quick replenishment for the treasure they carry with the sword they hang in their living room on a wall. They decorate mysteriously and stoically with pictures of Mao and Stalin and His Holiness the Dalai Lama with holes in his head and his skull and red dripping from his heart now.